was a deconstruction. The Bruce here. This video was originally supposed to be my views on the first 10 episodes of Gotham, but I couldn't get through it. The show was just too terrible, so I've turned this into the first 10 episodes of the Flash breakdown. Now, as you can see, I'm a Flash fan, so when I heard about the show, excited about it, watched it. I didn't want to do it for the winter finale, because I personally believe that the first 10 episodes is when you establish everything that you want established about your show. And Flash has done a pretty good job at it. Characters are good, acting's good, they developed the story. The payoffs are almost instant with character development. Where you first meet everybody, how much they change from episode to episode, that you can see, something that I touched on our Remedy the DC Cinematic Universe video, is you want the payoff of the characters. So they got that right. Caitlin, her development, the sheltered person, and then her opening up to Barry. Barry's progression from a background person to being the leading man that he kind of has to be for the Flash is good. Jesse L. Martin's role as Detective West, that's great casting. You know who he wants to be, or you know who he is, or why he's there, and it plays well. They all play so well off of each other, and I'm enjoying this show. With that said, the show does have its faults. I hate the uniform. I hate his costume, but everything that's going on around it just makes me ignore that it's a terrible costume. Some people like it, I just don't. The conflict in these shows in the early episodes were made longer than necessary, and when the resolve could have been way, way quicker. So that's another point in the show that I can't really get behind. It's oh, this could have been ended already. It's like a monster of the day type of deal. Barry's gonna fight this guy, or Barry's gonna fight that guy, and it's over in that episode. You haven't seen any long-term ramifications until episode 10 with the return of Captain Cold, and then with the introduction of Heatwave, and then the way episode 10 ends, and his run-in with the Reverse Flash. That there's also this. Right in the middle of fights, Barry stops running at full speed. He slows down so he can have a fist fight with somebody. Barry's not a fighter. We haven't seen Barry trained as a fighter. Yet he, for some reason, he slows down to fight people, and it ends badly. I don't want that. His running with Reverse Flash makes him want to get faster, but he was already fast to begin with. You do not need him to continuously slow down so he can fight people. It takes me out of the episode. I'm just okay, I'm enjoying it, and full speed, and stop. Let me punch this guy, and it's just you're making it a chore for me to get through the show. The crossover with Arrow was pretty good. This is what DC's cinematic universe should be. It wasn't rushed. Both of the characters were built up in their own time. This is a Flash costume to me. This right here. Yeah, it's cheesy, but that's a Flash costume right there. The inclusion of John Wesley Shipp is awesome, playing Henry Allen. fact that they got 1990 Flash and Mark Hamill's coming in to reprise his role as the Trickster. So I think he's going to be James Jesse, and they might do the second Axel, whatever, the second Trickster. I can't remember his last name. He might play a part in it too. I think they cast Pied Piper, and another dynamic that I like is that it's a team effort. Look, but that it's a team effort with Barry becoming Flash. I mean, too many people know that he's the Flash right now, but he's not doing it alone. And then they introduced Firestorm, but as a comic book fan, I caught this day in the same episode. They introduced Jason Rush, who's the second Firestorm, and then they name dropped Martin Stein, or Dr. Stein, which is part of Firestorm, like giving him all the technical jargon and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. So I like this. I like to see if those two characters play more of a part with the whole Firestorm thing. You like. So I'm just gonna keep watching, see where it goes. Told my interest that I just have him keep running. That's it. Just have him keep running. That's about it. So, Bruce signing off from the Brothers of Deconstruction. Yeah. Later.